Hey guys, so week 2 of trying out different foundations. Last week we tried out the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour long-lasting anti-shine, anti-everything that just looked like I'd drawn it on with a crayon. This week, I still don't know what I'm going to choose. I haven't chosen. This is the Too True Smooth Matte Foundation. I think you can get this in Superdrug, and it's like $1.99 or something like that. It's incredibly cheap. And I'm worried that's going to show. But I'm not going to let it cloud my judgment. I'm just going to unwrap it. Again, as I said last week, I tried to choose ones that are closest to my skin tone. Can't talk today. I haven't been able to talk all day. But my skin tone is very hard to match. Like, I've never really found a foundation that truly suits my skin tone. Quite honestly. And just like before, my skin has got Vanishing Cream Moisturizer by Lush and the Porefessional by Benefit already on. So, apart from that, my face it's washed and it's clean, etc. So, this is just, hopefully this is a fair test. I don't know, I haven't studied science in years, so I don't know. I'm going to try and zoom in a little bit, because that's another thing that I didn't do last week. You can see me applying it there. So if I stay here and try and put some stuff on my face, we should have a good time. Already, like, it's not even coming out. Oh! It just gooped out! Alright, don't squeeze this Too True thing too hard. Nothing will come out, and then it'll all come out. It's like, look at it. It's like a, it's like a meringue. Do you have meringues in America? I don't know. If you're from America, tell me. Like, you have Baked Alaska. What do you call the meringue? Do you call it meringue? I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard an American say that word. Look at my face right now. Oh, that's awful. I put way too much on, I am aware, but I didn't know what else I could do with it. Okay, already this foundation is definitely more yellow toned. Remember last week it was too like pink toned for my skin, which made me look really, really washed out. But this is actually not a bad shade. I was about to say, alright, already it's not a good shade, but genuinely, now that I'm blending it in, it's actually kind of working. And I know I shouldn't sound surprised. I'm just saying that I always hear bad things about that foundation. I'm not saying that I have a bad attitude towards it. It's just when someone says to you, oh, that's like the worst foundation I ever tried, you know, you're going to have preconceptions. Not even this really good brush can save me now. This brush is like swimming in foundation now. I need to go wash it out. If you guys want me to make a video on how I look after my makeup brushes, then I'm happy to let you know what I use to like wash them and how I dry them afterwards. And also, like, if you want me to make a video on like my favourite brushes, then I will. Just let me know in the comments below if that's something you'd watch, or whether you think, hey, whatever, you're just a comedy YouTuber that turned to beauty because it's a successful format. You know, that is what you think. I'm sorry. See, I could have said F you, but I didn't. I'm turning a new leaf. I don't know what my friend was saying. I think this is pretty good. Just going to squeeze a little bit more. I know I don't need more, but I want to use this properly. Oh, okay, no, this is a bad move. Oh, this is so cool, just like punching myself with a sponge. I hardly ever use these things. I can't remember the last time I used one, but it actually works so well. Whoa, I feel like I'm just hitting myself in the face. It's great. I would say that, from what I can see, it is bringing up the imperfections in my face. Like, you won't be able to see them, but I have really quite large pores on my nose. This camera doesn't pick them up, fortunately, but I notice them, and that's enough for me. And as I said, I have like lines under my eyes, which you guys can see, and usually foundation creases again. Like last week, I will be leaving this on for an hour just to see how it holds up in that first hour. I think the first hour is like the most important, because obviously, like, you're probably gonna be where you want to be within an hour of putting the makeup on. And as I said, no one leaves makeup on for 24 hours unless like they've had a really, really good night out. In which case, they've probably taken it off and put it back on. Okay, I must honestly say, apart from maybe it bringing up a few dry patches, which I'll show you, this is immediately miles better than the one I used last week. And this is really, really cheap. I will put the recommended retail price on the screen now, because I don't know how much it is, because I bought it a long time ago. But if I try and show you, it's genuinely done a really, really good job. Like I said, you can't really see, but there are some dry patches that are showing around here. Let me try and look, because this camera screen is a bit rubbish. Yeah, it's showing up some dry patches around here, and my nose would definitely need a bit of shine control on it, because it has left it feeling a bit like I could just scrape it off. Although I did use a lot of makeup. By accident, it squirted out. But no, genuinely, it's done a pretty good job. This area is still really dry, which you can't see. But this area was dry last week as well. I haven't been able to shift it. It doesn't matter what I've been doing with it. It's not having it. But I genuinely think it's done a really good job. It says it controls shine. It's lightweight, oil-free foundation. Smooth out imperfections. I wouldn't say it does that. I would say that it's actually brought out some of my imperfections, but as like overall, it's done a really good job. It also has vitamin E and sunscreen for added protection, which is good in the summer to have sunscreen in your foundation. Like, that's a staple, and being honest with you, I didn't think that this would have that. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this on for an hour and see how it holds up. I've got high hopes. I really hope it stays on my face. Alright, an hour starts now. Okay, the hour is up. Luke came home about 10 minutes ago, so if you hear any screaming, he might be recording a video game. I don't know what he's doing. I choose not to know. So did it stay on my face? That is the question. I would say there's just very minimal creasing. There's a little bit there, but it's not horrific. And you can definitely see that dry skin coming through now, though. That dry skin's started to really show. It's got a little bit patchy, but it's not horrifically bad, I don't think. How's that dry patch gone? Well, that's fine. If anything, that looks a bit better, which I'm not sure if it should. Overall, I think for the price, it stayed really, really well. So that's the Too True Smooth Matte Foundation, which I think you can get in Superdrug, and it did a really, really good job, especially for the price. I wouldn't say it's the best foundation I've ever used, but I would say that compared to some of the high street brands that cost like £15, that has held its own, and it's done really well. So I am really impressed, and I might actually use this. I'm really happy. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have ever used this, or whether you would use this based on what I have shown you. And again, as I said last week, if you if you have any foundations that you want me to review, then let me know in the comments below. A lot of people said last week, like Elf Cosmetics. I don't have any of those yet. Like I think they're like the cruelty-free cheap make. I don't probably know, but apparently they're really good, so I might have to get a foundation from them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. And obviously join me next week for another foundation reviewy thing.